Now the next step is spermiogenesis. Spermiogenesis is transformation of spermatid into spermatozoa, or we can say spermatid they metamorphose into sperms or spermatozoa. Spermatid after their formation they do not divide further and simply they modify into spermatozoa, and this metamorphosis involves movement of certain cell organelles and changes in the certain cell organelles. It also includes the loss of large amount of Golgi apparatus, there is loss of cytoplasm and loss of water in the spermatid during spermiogenesis. Development of sperm it takes around 2 months. Fully formed sperms they become free in the cavity of seminiferous tubules, and the process of release of spermatozoa from the Sertoli cells into the cavity of seminiferous tubules, this process is known as permeation. Let us see the diagram. ये जो हमने किया था TS of seminiferous tubules. This is the seminiferous tubule. These are the germ cells. These larger ones are the Sertoli cells. Spermatids और sperm जो है जब ये form होते हैं they are attached to the Sertoli cells, and the release of the spermatozoa from the Sertoli cells into the cavity, this central portion of the seminiferous tubule, this process is known as spermiation. And the sperms after their formation ये भी हमने डायग्राम किया था, यहाँ seminiferous tubules में बने, then they are transferred to the reed testis, and from the vasa efferentia they go to epididymis, and epididymis, as already told, this is a temporary storage organ for the sperm. Sperms जो है temporarily इस region में store होते हैं, and they acquire motility in this region in the epididymis, and then they are taken through this vasa efferentia for ejaculation. Now, what is the role of Sertoli cells during spermiogenesis? The Sertoli cells they provide mechanical support, they protect and provide nourishment to the developing spermatozoa. In nourishment, they provide nutrients, they help in exchange of gases and removal of waste through various blood vessels. Now, what is the structure of spermatozoa? अब spermatid जो है वो किस में कन्वर्ट होगा? Spermatid is converted into spermatozoa. Let us see what changes take place during metamorphosis of spermatid into sperm. Spermatid, which was oval in shape like any other cell, the various changes in the positions of the cell organelles takes place, and ultimately it gets converted into this structure. This is the structure of a mature sperm, which consists of the following parts. The first part is the head, second tail, this is the head, tail, this is the neck region and the middle piece. Head is oval in shape, this region, this much portion, head is oval in shape. It is composed of a large posterior nucleus. It consists of a large posterior nucleus and a small anterior acrosome. Posterior, which is placed at the back, anterior, which is placed in the front. This head consists of a large posterior nucleus and a small anterior acrosome. Acrosome is actually the Golgi apparatus, and its function is to secrete hydrolytic enzymes to penetrate the egg. We will see its role in the process of fertilization. Then this is the neck region. The neck region, in the neck region there are present two centrioles. The two centrioles which are placed at right angles to each other, one behind the other, एक के पीछे एक, but at a right angle to each other. Then the next portion is the middle piece. This one is the middle piece, and the middle piece mainly consists of mitochondria, and these mitochondria, they provide energy to the sperm for swimming inside the female genital tract. These are the mitochondria. This one is the middle piece, which is made up of mitochondria, and these mitochondria, they provide energy to the sperms while swimming inside the female genital tract. The last part is the tail. This much portion is the tail. Tail is long, cylinder, tapering, made up of cytoplasm only, and it consists of a axial filament. Axial filament is a fine thread which arises from the posterior centriole. पीछे वाले centriole से arise होती है. It travels through the middle piece and the tail. ये मिडल पीस और टेल से होते हुए ये जाएगी पूरा एंड तक. एंड समटाइम्स द टेल, दिस एक्सियल फिलामेंट, इट मे ऑल्सो प्रोजेक्ट आफ्टर द टेल ऑल्सो. द एंटायर sperm is covered by a plasma membrane which I have drawn in this color. The entire sperm is covered by a plasma membrane. This is the structure of spermatozoa or mature sperm. The figure showing the structure of the sperm, and these are the changes which take place when a spermatid is converted into sperm. Let us summarize the process of spermatogenesis in males. हमने क्या किया? The cells of the germinal epithelium of the seminiferous tubules, they undergo mitosis. पहला फेज जो था हमारे पास कौन सा? मल्टीप्लिकेशन फेज. The cells, they undergo mitosis and they produce diploid spermatogonia which further undergo mitosis, and they are producing diploid spermatogonia. The cells of germinal epithelium, they are undergoing mitosis and producing spermatogonia which are also diploid cells. फिर है second growth phase था. Spermatogonia, they enlarge in size, they grow and become primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte, it undergoes meiosis 1 and produces haploid secondary spermatocyte. Cells of secondary spermatocyte, they undergo meiosis 2 and they produce haploid spermatids. These spermatids, they are like any other cell of the body, they metamorphose. That is, they undergo certain morphological and physiological changes. There are certain changes in the positions of the cell organelles, and this process of conversion of spermatid into sperm, this is called spermiogenesis, takes place. And from one spermatogonia, how many sperms are formed? 4 sperms are formed. There can be a 1 mark question. एक spermatogonia या one spermatocyte, it gives rise to how many sperms? That is 4. If there are 400 spermatogonia, they will give rise to how many sperms? 400 sperms. That is the stages in the spermatogenesis.